Hi there. Today I'm going to discuss on the page replacement algorithm. And the type of the page replacement algorithm that I'm going to discuss on is regarding the first in first out and also the least recently used. So let us begin with the first in first out. First of all, you have to refer the reference string, the type of reference strings that is provided. So using it, we have to place them in the frames. So let's begin with the first string. First of all, that is A. As you can see, the A string is not available in the frame for the current situation. Therefore, this is called the page fault. So now I'm going to enter the A string in it, and I will be highlighting this column to make sure that it is a page fault. It refers to a page fault. Next, B. We just continue with the A string. So now we will start with the A and continue with the bottom part, which is the next string B, and this is also a page fault because the B is not available in the frame currently. So now we will enter the B string and we'll highlight this column to make sure that it refers as a page fault, and this process will keep on continuing and will be ongoing for the next strings. Okay, as of now we have completed till string D. So next will be string E, and there are no any free spaces in the frames. Thus, we will have to choose a victim. A victim is whereby we will swap out the current string and replace it with the upcoming string. And in this situation, first in, first out is known as to be replace the oldest page. And in this current situation, the oldest page is A. As you can see, A is being used for like 4 times. Therefore, we will be replacing A with E. And this column will be highlighted as well to make sure that it refers to a page fault. And the rest of it will just remain the same. And the process continues as usual. The process has been repeated in the next column also. So, for the next option, it would be A, string A. So where would string A be replaced? Where is our victim? So in this current situation, the victim is B, because B has been the longest, or can also be said the oldest page available currently compared to C, D, and also E. Therefore, we will substitute B with A, and never forget to highlight the place. And the rest of it will just remain the same. The process has been repeated in the following column because they just require only for the same string. Therefore, we just re-put the same string without swapping or having to choose any victims. For the following part, the current string that has to be placed in is B, and as usual we have to choose a victim, and in this situation the oldest page is C. Therefore, we swap out C with B and highlight it. The rest of it will just be the same. And for the next part, it is C. We need to put back string C. And for this situation, the oldest page is D. So we have to swap out D with C and highlight it as well. And the rest of it will just remain the same. The highlighting part is one of the crucial part, because we have to highlight it so that we would know which place is is happening the page fault. Next is string D, and in this situation the oldest page is E, and we substitute E with D. Like this page, and the rest of it will just remain the same. For the following column, we have to bring in E. So for this situation, the oldest page is A. So we just switch the place with A and E, and as usual, highlight. It might seem boring to highlight it, but it is important. And finally, the string required to be in here is string C, and you can see the previous column there is string C. So for the upcoming and the last one, we just repeat back the same thing because there is no any page fault. And this is first in and first out. And finally, count the total amount of page fault and write it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in total, there are 10 page faults. Next, we will discuss on the least recently used. Least recently used algorithm is much more different than the first in and first out. Least recently used algorithm applies to by replacing the page that has not been used for the longest period of time. As usual, key in the starting page, the reference string, and as you can see, just like in the first in first out, the reference string A is not in the frame, so this is also a page fault, and we will key in the A string and never forget to highlight it, and the process will be repeated like first in first out. As of now, the frame is just almost the same with the first in and first out. Next is the E string. So in this situation, we would choose the furthest string that is from the current string. By what I'm trying to say by this is A, B, C, D. So from A, the furthest string, from E, the furthest string is A. Therefore, we will substitute A with E and highlight it. And the rest of it will be the same. Next, the process is just repeated because the upcoming string is just B, so there is no any page fault. Therefore, the strings will just remain the same. Next, a string is required, but it is not in here, so it's a page fault, and we have to choose a victim to swap the a string in it. Therefore, from this we can see that furthest string from the current string is C, B, E, D, and C. These two are not referred because A is the current string that has to be put in, and B has appeared here the earliest, so this will not be included. Thus, C is the furthest string from A, so C will be swapped out with A. And the rest of it will just remain the same. Next, string C has to be brought in back. And from this what you can see, the furthest string from string C is A, B, E, D. D is the furthest string. Therefore, swap out D with C and highlight it. The rest will just remain the same. Next is once again C. so there will be no any changes. And the following string is B, still there won't be any changes because those strings are available. C again. Now there is string D, and as you can see the string D is not currently available, so we have to choose a victim to swap it out. Therefore in this situation the furthest string from string D is string C has appeared first, so these two strings in the middle are not included. So from this you can see the furthest string is E. This B will not be included as well because the B has appeared at the back close to the string T. Therefore swap out E and place it D. The rest of it will just be the same. The next string is string E. String E has to be brought in, and from this you can view the furthest string from string E is A. Like just now, string D, string C has appeared here, B is here. These two strings will not be included because the C string has appeared here. Therefore, the furthest one is E. The B will also not be included because the B string has appeared here earlier. So swap out A and place in E. And finally, string C. For string C, in the previous column, the string C has appeared, so there is no any page fault. Therefore, just repeat the process. As the final step, just count all the page faults and write it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this situation, there are 9 page faults. As a conclusion, this is the one of the easiest way to carry out a page replacement algorithm for first in first out and least recently used algorithm. So thank you. Signing out for now, aka Dawn.